hilarious. Hello, my friends. I am Alphinius Goo, and you are at Gooey University inside the Gooey Cube with Camera Mandy behind the camera. Say hello, Camera Mandy.
Hello.
Haha! Yes! Today, my friends, we are going to talk about Session 0. Yes, because many people don't really know how to do a Session 0, and so we're going to give you at least Alphinius Goo's idea about how you should run a Session 0. Now, I'm going to tell you that it's quite different than most. At least, most that I've experienced. I never have my players meet in a tavern. No, never. Now, for those of you who don't know, Session 0 is the beginning of any campaign or game where characters are being introduced for the first time. First of all, in Session 0, I'm not going to have a Session 0 where the players sit at my table and roll up characters and fill out character sheets and spend all the time in the books that they need to spend. We agree on stats. We agree on what kind of character they're going to play. And then they do that on their own. I want a marvelous character for each one of my players that they like, enjoy, feel, relate to. We also connect ahead of time, before we have ever sat down at the table, to talk about character backstory and what it is. And I do not let them have full agency with regard to character backstory, because I'm going to bring all those characters together. A group normally has some level of things between them, if you will. They are related, even though they may not be relations. Yes, that is what brings them together, typically in the quest for a common cause. Perhaps they are all a member of a certain monastery. Perhaps they are the sons and daughters of some famous adventuring party. Perhaps they are all students at a school. Yes! Then I'm going to build a little backstory underneath that character, a little bit of secrets and other sorts of things that are going to come out during the course of the game. Do that on your own, bring them to the table, all of this is ready to go, you sit down and you can begin to play. Secondly, set the ground rules. Make sure that your players know that this is maybe not going to be a massive runaround game where you're killing the innkeeper and beating up his dog and all the other crazy things that some of these games tend to do. If you like that kind of game, don't take my advice on this. Go the other way. Some people love those kind of mayhem, chaotic games. I tell people, I expect you to play your character as your character would be. I don't want you suddenly switching characters in the middle of the stream and you go from becoming a very kind and considerate person to an evil, vile destroyer. Yes, not unless I've put some kind of helm of opposite alignment or something on your head. Setting those ground rules is not enough. If your tale is going to win, if your tale is going to be deep, if your tale is going to engage them and enthrall them, they must agree to it. That's why you set these backstories. That's why you set these player secrets. That's why you set these kinds of other things going for your players, because that will help them to be more excited about your game than they are about just running around and rolling dice. Number 4, your tale must always be central with your characters. Yes, make sure that your characters are the key points in the tale. If they are just observers, if they are outside the tale, they will be bored. They won't enjoy it. So Session 0 should begin with a lot of intensity right there around your characters. Yes, lastly, my friends, give them a purpose early. Yes, a cause, something they're going for, something that they really want to get to. Give them some kind of dead relative, someone they loved, a kidnapped friend, a group of people that is oppressed, make them prisoners. There's all manner of things that you could do to begin the beginning with them having a common cause together, to escape, to protect, to rescue, whatever it happens to be. And if you do this, I promise you, your session 0 will be much different than it's ever been before. Yes, my friends, Alphinius Goo's principles for session 0. You've just heard them. You're at Gooey University with Camera Mandy and me, Alphinius Goo. May all your adventures be sticky. Now let me show you something. Ha-ha! I have brought forth the darkest dream. The reason why I did this is I want to tell you about our philosophy of Session 0 right here in the first chapter of the Red Star Rising campaign, which is the first campaign that we ever did at Gooey Cube. Now if you look here, you see this package. There are a host of marvelous, different, interesting, creative, fun to play, ready-generated player characters with all manner of classes, types of characters, races, to give you much breadth and choice in terms of deciding what kind of character you want to play. The reason we did that is because Session 0 is about giving a character to your player that they're excited about.